Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Tosca. Hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be non-conventional, not your typical reading. Although I am being led to do a pick a candle wax reading for tonight, so I will do that for you guys when the time is right. But this is a little bit of I think I'm gonna start a new channel. If not, I might do these just not super frequently, because y'all don't. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to keep my personal life personal, my work life work, and yeah, I was gonna do like a little tea with Tosca kind of segment. I miss doing stuff like this. I think I did this when I started my channel. I wanted it to be more of a vlog, a day in the life of a tarot reader, or a day in the life of a medium, or I don't know, some crazy thing, you know. But yeah, I had some experiences the past couple of days, particularly within the time of last week when I did Jungkook's reading, to yesterday, and particularly today, after I did Taeyoung's reading. This has nothing to do with them, by the way. If you are thinking, oh my god, she did another reading on them, no. I have a life. I have a life that does not revolve around Jungkook, does not revolve around Suga, it does not revolve around Jimin, it does not revolve around none of them. Taeyoung, nothing. And I have a life outside, you know, like a career outside of doing BTS and K-pop readings, which I absolutely love, and I think it's fun, and I love sharing like my talent for all of you guys. But there are certain things that, you know, I realized, especially when I started my channel, a lot of things have calmed down, okay? And I also realized I do read all the comments, right? So I read all the comments, whatever is out there. I don't care if you agree with it or not. I'm not here to read for you. I'm not here to sugarcoat. Because if I was sugarcoating, you know, it wouldn't, what's the benefit of that? Is that even a tarot reading? Like, what is that, you know? So tarot is here to show us what we don't see, what we can't see, or what most of us don't really know what's coming into alignment for us, because some of us are very linear. A lot of us are very linear. This has to do with how we went to school, how we were educated, how we grew up, and it's very linear. You have to do things this way, you have to be on schedule, you have to do this, and it has to be with this person, and you have to be in this kind of job. And you know, being outside the box is so, there's a lot that I see that it just, for me, it's just, and I'm like very unassuming. Like I'm like, how did you not see that coming? And it's like, I saw that a mile away. You know, you could have done something, you know, something about it, prevented it from happening. But anyway, I digress. The path of a tarot reader, if you've or a psychic or a medium, is like everyone else. Like, we still have our day-to-day lives. Like, I still have bills to pay. I still paid my taxes yesterday. I still, you know, just live. I still live. Like, I still have to take care of my house. I still have to take, you know, feed the cats, take showers. It's a very simple and pleasing life. It's a very humbling life. I will say that. Like, if you want glory, if you want the fame, if you want the fortune, probably being a metaphysical teacher is probably not the way to go, because the conventional way is I need to make it, this is what I need to do, I need to get a promotion, I need to climb up the ladder. And I've been there, and it drained me. I was by the time I wasn't even done with my 20s and I was already burnt out. And now 10 years later, I'm like 38, and I'm just like, holy, what kind of crazy type shit did I just choose to walk into? You need an open mind when you watch my readings. And the path is not necessarily straight. It never is. It never is. In fact, I was just reading my little tea bag because I was feeling kind of under the weather, and I will talk about this in a second. And it says, there is pleasure in the pathless woods. There is pleasure in the pathless woods. There's pleasure in not knowing anything. There's a pleasure in almost being guided, but not knowing where else to. You just have to trust. And I had to trust a lot. These past 5 to 10 years have been huge karmic lessons for me. And it's been in strides. It's never really been in small increments. It's always been in big, and it's interesting because it's never been, I never felt like I was always failing. I always feel like when I fall forward. I never fall backwards. It's like I'm falling forward, like I'm going higher and higher and higher. It is a very difficult, if you don't see it that way, it can be very discouraging, it can be very depressing, it can be very upsetting. Like, why is nothing ever really happening to me? Why is that and it's, you just have to understand that life is what you make of it. And I chose this, and I take 110% accountability. Even when I do my readings for these artists, these K-pop artists, of course there's always a disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional, I'm not a legal professional, I'm not nothing like that, but you guys have to understand, when I see something, I'm going to say it. Like, it's just period, point blank. Like, I'm just never gonna mince my word. I'm sorry if I gave you like the most romantic twin flame reading ever, I wouldn't be doing my job. It's not to say that you can't have it. It's just to say that the work and the actions and the change and the trajectory you would need for that to happen in your life, you would have to do some major changes. And it all starts in your mind, and it all starts with your attitude, and it all starts with starting your healing journey, because when you heal yourself, you're healing your twin flame. It's a lot. But I digress. Like, this is a gift, and I have been honored to recently, all the way from the time I did the Jungkook reading to today, so last weekend I've been going on my own journey when it comes to tarot and teaching and the metaphysical world and manifestations and things like that. And what like something just kind of opened for me. And I don't know what it is. But it's an interesting opportunity where not only did I do personal readings, I was asked to do, so I don't just do tarot readings for YouTube. I do live readings in person. I've also done phone readings. I've also done readings for whatever, just video calls. I've done it all. But normally for my YouTube, I just do a YouTube personal reading and I send you your video. It's pre-recorded. Anyway, recently, last week, I did a reading for someone. It's a grown man, older man. He's in his 50s, and he literally asked me to do a tarot reading for him, okay? And he also asked me to, if he can refer me to other people. And I said, sure, why not? Don't worry about it. And as I did that, what I did not realize was I was reading for the captain of the Atlanta Fire Department at one of their firehouses. And when I was reading for this guy, I was like, I was getting kind of like muddled. Like, there's so much going. It's always like the energy is always like go, 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 go. Like it's always moving parts. It's always this and that and the other. And what happened was, not only did I read for the captain of that fire department, I read for some of the firefighters that were on that battalion. And I'm wiped out, you guys. I'm just wiped out when it comes to like my if I pull out a tarot card today, I would flip, but I'm wiped out right now. But man, just the pain and the hurt, and the, I want to say the audacity, but the just the darkness, and I'm not saying that being dark is bad. That's not necessarily what I'm saying. We all have elements of light and dark. If we balance it correctly, it would be fine. But just the amount of unhinged attitudes that are out there, car accidents, just people die, like, if there wasn't anything that I never realized, it would be that death and destruction is right in front of my face. And it's right in front of your faces too, you guys. And it's like, at some point, you just have to realize that your time is gonna come. Death is the great equalizer. And we saw it during COVID. We saw it, we still see it. And as I was doing the readings, it just became so apparent to me that there are people that are on the front lines, and you gotta just, God bless them. And I'm not a big fan of the cops, and I'll tell you about that in another video. But the people on the front lines who are trying to keep your community safe, just to keep them safe, just to be the guardian angels, just to be the ones that step into danger so that you don't have to. I mean, I have to give a sense of I commend them so much. I've done tarot readings for a Marine. I've done tarot readings for heavy, like, if you think doing tarot readings is difficult for doing a tarot reading and you don't like it because Jungkook is not this or not that, well, you have a lot to learn in life, because I'm literally facing it. I've done a tarot reading for the captain of that battalion, and it was just, he was like, how did you know all of this? Like, just how? And, you know, I just see things. And then today he referred to me, a female, she's a lot older, she's older than me, she's in her 40s, who she was a firefighter in Atlanta, and she's thinking about resigning. She lost her baby. She just lost her baby. You know, and people are dealing with very real situations, real life experiences, and we're here. I feel so weird saying this, because it's like one side of my tarot readings are so, like, kind of lighthearted, and like it's BTS, you know, take it for what it is, you know, enjoy it, whatever, right? You know, Johnny Depp, or I do a reading on Johnny Depp, you know, enjoy it, whatever. But then you read but then you there's like such a huge like switch up, and then I'm like, okay, well, I gotta read for an EMS right now, or an EMT right now, who drives an ambulance on a daily basis, who listens to sirens all the fucking day, and waiting for someone who's in an emergency, you know, and I really feel as though sometimes we get pulled into certain situations where we don't necessarily understand why. And I was called to move here to the city for a reason. And I was living in the freaking I don't give a shit kind of town. Like, even when I started this channel, I was living in a place where I was just like, I don't really care too much for where I'm living. I'm just living here. Like, it's just like, that's literally what I was doing. I was just existing. I was such an empty shell. But I don't know if it's the Aries in me or the Leo rising in me, but it's like, to know that that I'm even though I'm wiped out and I'm paying the price for doing such a heavy reading for 2 hours. I had a 2-hour session, okay, with a woman who was pregnant. She was pregnant the whole 9 months, putting on her suit. She was a firefighter. She had to get on that truck. She had to do the work while pregnant. She could not take time off. And it really hit me. It really hit me hard. And I told her, like, you need to get into your feminine, like really get into your feminine and heal your sacral, like your womb energy, because she's so invested, she's so surrounded by masculine energy. Okay, so it's been, tarot has taken me on a journey that I never thought I would do. Just even reading for foster kids, 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old kids who have nowhere to go. And one of the biggest things I've always supported was just safe houses for these kids, because I know what it's like to run away from home. I've ran away a couple of times myself. Nothing bad ever happened to me. I was definitely protected. Things could have gone wrong. I have faced several things in my life that half of my subscribers wouldn't even understand. You're upset that I talk and read tarot and say, for example, Jungkook has an addictive personality. And I'm not saying that it's a factual thing. I'm just saying, like, he leans towards that, right? Because he's human, okay? And versus I actually faced people with addictions in front of my face for me to know what an addiction looks like. I dated an alcoholic for several years. I know when I speak on tarot, yes, a lot of it is seeing the future. A lot of it is seeing the past, the present, the future, what they need to work on, their karma, their dharma, what they need versus what they want. But at the same time, I understand these people in a very human way. Like, I don't put them on a pedestal. Like, it doesn't do me any justice to idolize V, or to idolize G-Drag, I don't know, Rain or something by Rain or something like that, or Jenny or whatever. Like, it does not do me. In fact, I think if you guys look at it objectively, I would do you a disservice. I wouldn't be doing my job. And to have people who are in a line of work that is at the forefront of how our society is safe, how our society connects with emergencies, how our society runs when it comes to triggering situations. And to be able to read just for even if it's just the average person, like BTS aside, K-pop aside, it makes me feel like I'm doing my part, like I'm doing something that is actually fulfilling. And it's something that I was called to do. I am no starseed, okay? I am no Arcadian, alien, or whatever from Atlantis. I am not that person, okay? I'm not that type of person. I'm a realist. And I've seen the reality of life. I mean, in my younger years, I may have been a little bit delulu, but like, I have seen the reality. And we are so far gone. We are so broken. And I'm not saying it to like, oh, we need to feel bad for ourselves. And it's not about feeling bad. It's more about like realizing like, life could have been worse for a lot of us. But we were given a second chance. If we got out of the pandemic, okay, I'm not even gonna question it. Like the divine had my back the whole time. I never got COVID. you know, count your motherfucking blessings. I'm telling you, count your blessings, your manifestations, the thing. You may not have the man right now, okay? You may not have the nice little text messages from your boo. You you may not have the $1 million in your bank. But my God, if you're able to make it another day, you're making it. And you're making it happen. And I see these people who literally face death at an ongoing, like, that's their job, is to resuscitate, to make sure people don't die, and make sure the bleeding stops, whatever it is, make sure the house doesn't catch on fire, like, whatever it is. There is such a strong sense of just personal, just an understanding of how the world works. You know, no one's better than anyone else. No culture, no country, no person is better than anyone else. You know? And I think being able to do this, especially being able to be part of my community and being able to do this, is such an honor. Like, anyway, so I did that whole reading today for that one lady, and I immediately got sick. Like, immediately got sick, took a shower, tried to just whatever. I just felt so nauseous. I felt so sick. And I just felt like it's almost like this whole time she was feeling sick. And to be able to I'm getting over it now. To be able to just get past it, and I'm still wiped out, you guys. To be able to get past it and just try to just live my life, my best life, would be selfish. You know, it just would be selfish. I'm sorry, I'm just ranting today, you guys. It's I'm so sorry. I'm just no makeup. I'm in my robe. I'm trying to drink my tea and maybe knock out and go to bed. If you guys like these readings or like these kinds of free form of work, vlogging, please let me know in the comment section if you like it. Trusting your intuition doesn't always mean it's going to be easier for you. But you'll sleep better at night. I promise you that. Trusting your gut, trusting your conscience. It doesn't necessarily, you don't always have to get it right. You don't always have to get it right. But what it is you stay humble enough. I'm not saying like you have to feel bad about yourself, but stay humble enough to know when you're right, to know when you're wrong, and to know the difference. Right? God grant me the serenity of the things I can change and the things I can't, and to let me know the difference, right? That's a serenity prayer. You don't always have to get it right. We don't always get it right. BTS doesn't always get it right. That whole community will not always get it right. People are broken. But if it makes us better, if it gives us a little more drive, if it gives us a little more perseverance, maybe I spoke to the wrong person, or maybe I just didn't get it with the right people. You know, there was a millionaire. She's a multi-millionaire. She works in the oil industry. I met her years ago, but she said two things. The first thing she said, you're not asking the wrong questions. You're asking the wrong people. You're not asking the wrong questions. You're asking the wrong people. And so when I do my lives and I get all these questions about who this person who I met, is he the one? Is he my twin flame? Or if, you know, and it's cute, it's fun, it's adorable, right? It's like, I get it, you know, it's lighthearted. But I'm like, dude, if you guys saw like the toughness it takes to do this, I think you would look at tarot in a completely different way. Tarot, candle wax readings, oracle readings, palm readings. These are the people who actually have the gift and the insight. They know that their life is not always going to be easy. My grandmother's life was not easy. My mother, unfortunately, she has the gift, but she does not accept it as one of her own. And she does not accept that she has the ability. She does not accept this path or this belief system because of social constructs, because people will raise their eyebrows at her, because you know, God and church and Christianity. And so a lot of the indigenous parts of me, especially my Filipino ancestors, they are sage women. They are sage women. They are women who have known the earth, who have been very in tune with the earth. But anyway, as I was saying, it's just, I'm just grateful that I'm here and I'm not over there. I'm grateful for the life that I have. I'm grateful for the trust that I have in myself and the trust I have in the universe. Today, all the planets are aligned, so if you want to manifest something, it's a good day to do that. But you know, I'm honest with myself, and I think that's really the key thing here, is that for better or for worse, you know, whether or not I get the man or not, or get the boo or not, or get the dream that I want, for better or for worse, you know, I gave back to a world, to a city that is, there's a lot going on here, a lot of darkness here, and it's dark everywhere. School is the hardest life. That's why I intend to evolve as high as I possibly can, because I ain't coming back here, honey. I'm not coming back here. I'm not reincarnating. I ain't doing none of that shit. Zero. We're not coming back, and I intend to never come back here. I intend to learn my lessons. I've been here at least 2 or 3 times. This needs to be the last time I learn my lessons. And that's it. Our karma literally means work. We need to do the internal work. The internal, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual work for ourselves. It's not about who someone's going to end up with or whatever. It's about us. It's about you. It's about me. You know, did we learn the work? Did we, at the end of the day, none of that shit matters. It's like, did we actually learn today? Did we learn our lessons today? Did we grow up today? Did we mature today? Did we get one step ahead today? Did we get better today? You know, did we really trust ourselves today? You know, it's not always about getting it right. It's about learning. You know, in school, you know, they tell you to study. Right? Study before you get the test or the final exam or whatever. But in the school of life, you get the test first and then you learn. It's the complete opposite. Complete opposite. You get the test first. Oh, you want that manifest? You want that shit for you? Okay. All right. You get that person that you always wanted. And then you see the real nasty, shitty side of that person. Because when you're married, you know, or when you're together and you say, oh, I'm in love with this person, and it's all honky-dory the first, you know, 2, 3, 4 months. Chemistry, everything is all there. Can you live with that? Okay, you can? Okay. What if another, 6 months and you're just like, oh my God, this is a complete different person. I don't even know who this person is anymore. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with how people treat you and maybe how you treat yourself. Maybe we're a little bit too desperate and we want to just get with anyone. I think we really need to get to a point where not just loving ourselves. It's not just loving ourselves, because love is a big part of it, but I think we need to get to a part where we're just content. Like, I get that life has its goods and bads, and I get we're here kind of like accept it and feel it and move on from it and leave. Just keep going with your life. My father used to tell me, don't keep looking at that rear view mirror, because you're going to get into an accident. You're moving forward. Every day of your life, every minute, every second, when you're awake, when you're asleep, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you are moving forward, honey. It's 2025. In almost 6 months, in 8 months, it will be 2026. You didn't see that one coming. It's not going to wait. Like, time is not going to wait for you. But I also see it's like, take time for yourself. Don't rush anything. Don't rush a future partnership. Don't rush a connection. Don't rush a job offer. Don't rush it. All your options and your opportunities in front of you, and then choose. Let me do this. I will do a little candle reading for you guys. I will use my blue candle, throat chakra. Okay. What's coming in from my collective? If you're watching it this far, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. You already know how I read. I don't sugarcoat. 4044 as I am lighting this candle. There's a verse in the Bible I'm getting. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So that might be something you might want to look into. For some of you, yeah, there's a lot of you guys that I feel like are starting on a healing journey, on a self-discovery journey, on a love journey. Some of you people who have been watching my channel, there's a sense here of I'm going to be honest, a little bit of desperation here. Some of you guys are disabled or I don't know. Some of you guys are telling me to disable the comment section because there's just way too many things coming out when I do these readings. But there's something very debilitating that some of you feel about my readings. For some of you, for some of you, I don't know if you're pregnant or you're about to be pregnant, but for some of you, I see a baby coming. For some of you, you're manifesting a new business. A new business or a new way of life or a new I'm seeing a copperhead snake. I don't know what that means, but it's very transformative. It's very spiritual and very transformative. A lot of you guys are going to take this year to really change your perspective on life. I think we were sold a lie, you guys. And I will be the first one to say we were sold a lie by the school systems, by the government, by everything. And it's not to say that school doesn't have its place. It does. But it's not everything, okay? For some of you, you're going to use your voice to do good. For some of you guys are going to receive a card, like a birthday card. I'm seeing a birthday card, or I'm seeing some kind of really cute card from a friend, or a maybe a coworker, and it's a cause for celebration. I heard celebrate your wins. So whatever you are winning at, whatever you are good at, please capitalize on those things. Capitalize on your strengths and not your weaknesses. Really hone those strengths. Some of you are very curious about like manifestations and going on a journey. I will say this. A lot of readers on YouTube who read for the K-pop industry and BTS and whoever, I just really get a strong sense of misinformation. Had I been reading like them, I would have been a millionaire. I would have millions of views by now, but I'm not like them. You know, my path is completely different. You know, and by the way, don't compare my readings to everyone else's. I'm different the way I read. It's just not how I was. I have to be true to myself. If I'm going to do anything in this life, I have to be 110% true to myself. And if you want to say things that, whatever, that's fine with me. Some of you guys are going to start, I'm seeing pop-up shops. So I don't know if you guys are interested in pop-up shops. I'm getting a lot of entrepreneurs on my channel, to be honest with you. There's a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people who want to start their own business. But I hear it's all talk. Like you've always had the idea, but you never knew how to actually make it happen. Some of you guys, that's like to make it happen is one of your lessons, is to see it come through fruition. Some of you are going to use your voice for good. I see certain podcasts, I see channels, YouTube channels, I see Spotify channels, whatever. You are not a product of your circumstance. Someone needs to hear that. You are not a product. You are not defined by your circumstances. Some of you are moving somewhere new. I see some of you moving with your mom. There's a mom here. You and your mom are moving to another location. If you're younger and you are trying to move to like another school or another city, I'm seeing that. I don't know why I'm seeing the state of Ohio. I don't know if there's anyone from Ohio that watches my channel, but okay. I'm also seeing the state of Tennessee, which is not too far from me. Some of you guys are going to heal your heart. I'm seeing a detox of some kind, like some kind of detoxification of your bodies. Maybe you're going to start to fast. Some of you have a guardian angel. Not everyone has a guardian angel, but some of you do. A lot of you guys who watch my channel, you are not on a conventional path. I see you, I'm seeing like an archaeologist, and they're unearthing a lot of developments from like years gone by, like from, I don't know, like the Aztecs or whatever. And they're telling me kind of like like there's always a story to tell by what we leave behind. And some of you guys want to make that story happen. And some of you want to get out of a certain mindset and really develop the skills to become who you were really meant to be. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It's not easy, but it's worth it. 110% worth it. I see a compass for a lot of you. A lot of you guys revolve your life around BTS, and they're telling me you need to get out of encompassing your life based on what they are doing. You need to work on your life, your karma, your future, your manifestations, because they're not going to be around forever, to be honest. Okay. I am seeing an ocean. This is where they want me to stop. I am seeing an ocean. And I'm seeing, like, you know, when an ocean kind of is just there, and then like the sun sets and there's like the sparkles from the sun rays, like the reflection. I'm seeing a new reflection coming in for you guys. It may seem murky. It may seem murky at first. It may seem like there's a lot of, okay, here's what I'm getting. Whatever you're facing, whatever you're going through, it may seem murky right now. But trust me, I'm seeing a lighthouse. And that lighthouse is kind of like a beacon of hope for you. That there is, you don't need to stay in uncharted waters for too long. And there will be a sense of stability for you. And I'm also seeing a sunset. So some of you are facing an ending and a new beginning. An ending and a new beginning. And for some of you, you may be landing on a new, I'm seeing a new soil, so a new country. So you may have been self-discovering maybe a lot of your emotions, a lot of your, just a lot of self-introspection. And you're making the best out of this, and you are moving to a better place, and you are just kind of like, okay, it's time for me to move on. Some of you are moving to another destination, another country, another city. Some of you may have thought that you were supposed to be where you are forever. That may not always be the case. Some of you, it's telling you you need to move because your location is actually very toxic and it's not meant for you. I'm also seeing I'm seeing a dove, and I'm also seeing like rain coming down on a window. And it's telling me you need to clean house. There's something here about cleaning house. If you're feeling a lot more emotional than normal, cry it out. Release those pent up angers or those pent up pains, or the issues that have passed on. Some of you may have lost a loved one recently, and you are still in grief about this, and it was like maybe a shocking thing. So that's my condolences to you. It's telling me you need to really figure out where your path is leading you at this point moving forward. And if you did lose a loved one, they are there looking out for you. They are there looking out for you. There are certain decisions that you wanted to happen, but a lot of them came in and said, no, not right now, not yet. Wait until this happens, or maybe there's a pause, maybe there's a stop, maybe things feel kind of disconnected right now, or maybe they just feel very uneasy or stagnant, but it's telling you just wait. There's something else coming in for you. Some of you are going to start learning about your love language and identifying what that means to you and why that is to you. Usually, you know, sometimes when we're put in those kinds of positions, we really need to know who we are. We really need to stand on business. When you get with a person, when you start to evolve and love yourself and understand who you are and your needs, and seeing where you can find your needs to be met, you can actually be a force to be reckoned with. You can actually be a fighting force, like someone who's very self-aware. A lot of people who aren't self-aware and emotionally unstable get into relationships. They'll be the first ones to get into a relationship. But the ones who actually do the work, the self-work, the understanding of your mind, the understanding of your triggers, your emotions, the damage that was done to you. You know, nobody lives a perfect life, but damn, you know what? I gotta be my own savior. I have to be my own husband or my own wife, so that I know what I need from a partner. There's a lot of introspection here about your love language. It's very subjective, yes, but sometimes there is a place for subjectiveness, and there's also a place for objectiveness. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for this little candle wax reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoy doing these readings for you. Let me know if this resonated in the comment section below. I still offer my personal readings. Please check out my email or email me your questions. And let me pull out a card. It wouldn't be Tosca's channel if I didn't pull out at least one card. Let me do this. Divine abundance. This one's been like just calling out to me. An hour-long vent. An hour-long vent. Spirit, give me one card for my collective. What do they need to know? We're still feeling the effects of that pink full moon, and Venus is no longer in retrograde. All the planets are direct today, so enjoy it. Anything else? Okay. So, I'm just gonna go with what I'm guided to say. Yeah. Your first card is Inner Power. It says, give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. And then you have Grief. I love that heart. Look at it, it's like a strawberry heart. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. Some of you have been refusing to feel again. Some of you have been refusing to acknowledge your emotions and to like just really go through it. Go through it. Trust me, you will feel 10 times lighter, 10 times better. Some of you may have been cold-hearted for a long time, resisting and not receiving love because you're resisting it. Guidance. This is what I feel about like that boat, and you're on that water. It's kind of murky, can't really see much, but then there's the star, you know. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. And then you have divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others, to follow the Tao, the divine flow, at all costs. Just go with the flow. If they're not telling you, then it's not meant for you. Then it's not going. Just go with the flow. Like, we all have a life to live. Like, just go with the flow. You know, just go with the flow. Give me one card. Just one tarot card for my collective. One tarot card. The Emperor just flipped out. Aries. This is Aries. And we're in Aries season. It's to take initiative, take action, be prepared. You know, sometimes it's okay to be the boss of your own life. Sometimes it's okay to put yourself on the pedestal a little bit, you know? And not in a narcissistic way, in a way of like, I know what's up. I get it. Yeah, it's time to get to work, you guys. Y'all, it's time to get to work. We are in the age of Aquarius. You know, this is a new beginning. This is a new time. So, this is a new generation. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This was very interesting. It went all over the place, but whatever. Love and light.